You're looking to make your brooms a little bit more pretty with some weaving, some plaiting, some plaiting, however you say it. I'm not going to judge that. But more decorative, right? You're looking to up your game. You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer, or Jenza, the head broom witch here at the Broom Witch Academy, and I've been making brooms since 2009 as Brooms by Jenza, teaching in person and now online since 2017. So I might know a thing or two, just a little. So I've developed this course, which is Intermediate Broom Making, Introduction to Plaiting. So it is an introduction course, but it's also an intermediate course, meaning I have this expectation that you come already knowing how to make a turkey wing, how to make a hen wing, but you've just never done the plaiting part of it. And now you want to know how to work with, how do you take your broom corn with the attached stalk and get it to the place where it looks like that? You know, how do you process it? And then how do you do it? So we are going to start with that. We're going to start with how do you process broom corn? So, you know, comes to you like this. How do you get this to something that you can use to weave on to your hand broom? Or in this case, a pot scrubber. So after processing, we do go on to making a pot scrubber and a veg brush. So weaving onto those two, so you have that kind of grip, that decorative grip on them, and then you end up with two functional pieces for your kitchen or gifts. And after that, we move on to keeping it attached, but making the functional cobweb. You know, how do we braid, weave, attach onto a broomstick like this? And then we also do the round stitch. And in the stick mode, changing up our style just slightly, we're gonna do a hearth broom, a flat stitch hearth broom. And these are adaptable to other styles that you're gonna make later in life, not in the course. So that is, you know, 4 new styles you're going to learn to make. And then there's a bonus, because all of this was done with an odd amount of broom corn stalks. What do you do when you have an even amount? Well, that's where the bonus comes in. So we're going to attach a little differently using your choice here. Chicken wing, turkey wing, or use a flat crumb brush or a round crumb brush. Just something that you already have an existing handle on. And then we are going to make it decorative with a even amount. So, you know, how do you do that with an even, how do you weave with an even amount versus an odd amount? That will be addressed in the bonus. So that's it. I think it's a lot. I think it's amazing. I think you're going to have many pieces to work with after, and that you're going to feel proud of. Oh, I am kind of thinking that maybe you've already taken, you know, one of the broom making basics courses with me, or the rooster tail, but maybe you haven't. So you don't know kind of how I film, how I do things. What you need to know is before each lesson, there's a prep. So we're talking like this, and I'm saying you're going to need this, you're going to need that. This is what we're making. This is what you need to get. But when it comes to the actual lesson, camera was like here or there, right? So you're going to get a point of view of my hands. I'm seeing them like this. So imagine this, you looking at my hands. How do I make it? So you're not struggling with some of these. Oh, and I do it too. I have demo videos on YouTube, nothing against them. Some people can learn from YouTube alone. Well, if that's you, you wouldn't have been this far, right? You want to see it together in one place, but it is point of view. That, I think, is the cherry on top. Okay, I hope you like cherries. All right, my friends, if you do like this, or you know someone who does, hope you head to the checkout. And then I'll see you inside the Broom Witch Academy. If you have some questions right now before that, contact me. Somewhere there's a contact. All right, have a good one.